standing on my way back from the land of black magic, which is a village called Mayong, and this is a village in Assam. Now, I grew up in Assam, and I had never been to Mayong, and I was so glad that I was finally able to make that trip. As I'm recording this video, there is there is a very peculiar sound that the birds are making, which adds a bit of an eerie vibe to my way back in the evening. But my trip to Mayong has been very different to what I had read about Mayong. If you look up Mayong, you will see that it has a rich history in black magic. In fact, it is known as the place where people engage in witchcraft, in voodoo. So when I set out to explore Mayong, the questions I had in my mind was, does that still happen? And if so, what is it that the people in the village are doing? So as I made my way through the village, I realized that a lot of the village economy today is driven not by black magic, but actually by agriculture. And the crops that they're engaged, the crops that they cultivate are paddy, sunflower oil, um, sag, which a green leafy vegetable that is known as red lao sag, and other bits. As for magic, it remains a question amongst people as to whether or not magic exists or not. And that has been an interesting debate, which I did not know that I will get to experience. Some people, there also, in my experience of talking to people, I sensed that whoever believed in magic, they they want to protect an image that we don't use our powers and techniques to cause harm to anybody. There are some people who might do that, but the sense I felt was that if anybody is engaging in that sort of practice, the community is going to see that as a negative thing and not as a positive thing, because the magic as such was understood to be techniques you learned to help for community development. Now the question is, how do superstitions about the village affect the surrounding areas? Now, since I have started looking into this, I have myself come across superstitions about black magic. Things like don't eat things, or like if you eat something, something might happen to you. If you drink something, something might go wrong. I don't know whether it's true or not because I have no evidence. But now there is of course one part that a lot of people don't like, and I think that's true of most environmental conservationists. The aspect of sacrifice, which is quite common in a lot of tribes. And I am a vegetarian, and I hate seeing animals killed. But at the same time, I think it's quite difficult to go ahead and try and change people's belief and perception about how certain ceremonies should be carried out, especially given the constitutional freedoms that exist in a specific country like India, where people are entitled to freedom of religion and to practice their religion the way they want, subject to few restrictions. And it's quite difficult sometimes to make people understand, to find what restrictions can you impose on people from sacrificing animals, because that's just such a big part of the ancient ceremonies. What however can be done is raise this point through education. As more and more people from the communities are now getting schooled, and they are now pursuing different professions, what can be done is starting a dialogue with people, as in questioning them what is it that the sacrifice serves. Because I think again there is a line to be drawn, and whilst I might be painting a more rational picture, there are certain irrational practices that have also gone on, which nobody I think really supports, including the concept of Narbali, or human sacrifice. And in 2019 there was an instance of a human sacrifice that happened in Guwahati. But these are instances that are not promoted by the community, or that's not something that requires community support, or that's not something that most of the community people will give their support to, because those are practices that have now kind of faded in the background, and that's not the kind of practice that most people want to engage in. But the question here is, you cannot engage with the community by branding it as evil. In order As I set foot in Mayong, I was greeted by the sight of a procession. This is the Karbi tribe, and they are on their way to celebrate the annual winter festival, Tehal. I joined the procession and was welcomed with open arms to the spiritual site where the festivities of the festival were to be carried out. The Karbi tribe is an important indigenous tribe of Assam. They are Tibeto-Burman ethnic group and they're mostly concentrated in the districts of Karbi Anglong and West Karbi Anglong. However, the sections of the community have migrated to different parts of Assam, including in Mayong. Many of them follow the religion of animism and believe in the spiritual essence of objects and places. Different sects of the tribes have altered their practices by being influenced by modern traditions. And a key component of the tribe remains their music and culture. As you can see here, dancing and music is an important part of the Dehal festivities, but women are not to participate in this dancing. কি আছে ইয়াতে আপোনাৰ মিঠাতেল
চব আছে ইয়াতে চব আছে চব আছে
মিঠাতেল আছে চাকি আছে
এতিয়া যে মুৰ্গীটো কাটিব
এইটো নাকাটিলে নহয় নেকি কাটিবই লাগে নেকি মুৰ্গী আপোনাৰ It is important to get all the ceremonial items in order before the rituals take place. Here they have gathered incense sticks, matchbox, betel nut leaves, betel nut amongst other things. At this point, I also enter into a discussion with the members of the tribe about sacrifice. A sacrifice is going to take place today, and I have been asked to witness it. I try to flag my concerns by telling them that I'm vegetarian and that it's not nice to kill animals. They listen to me, but they also maintain their point about how a sacrifice is indispensable to their rituals and that without a sacrifice, the gods will not be appeased. I get chatting with the members of the tribe. Trying to understand the significance of various rituals in today's ceremony. I have been told that I must go through the baptism of fire by witnessing the sacrifice. And whilst I have my reservations about witnessing the sacrifice, I am going to do so in order to win legitimacy in front of the members of the tribe. I was directed to the lady who is helping the tribe prepare a feast that will be served after the ceremonies are over. Most of the work was being done by men. Soon everybody is gathered and asked to take a seat. Rice spear is being served and the scene is being set for the sacrifice to take place. In this ceremony, chickens were sacrificed. The head of the chicken was offered to their god Dehalorna, while the body of the chicken is then cleaned and included in the preparation for the feast. I did try and talk to people as to whether the gods would be appeased if there was no sacrifice. And it was interesting that the people were quite curious to listen to me and to what I had to say, probably because in my discussion, I didn't brand them as evil. And while it was clear that they knew I was not a supporter of sacrifice, they saw me as someone who didn't agree with them, but who didn't see them inherently as evil people.
এইটো হ'ল আমাৰ কাৰ্বিসকলৰ আৰাধ্য দেৱতা দেহাল আৰ্ণৱ। আজি আমাৰ বছৰৰ ফাগুন মাহৰ প্ৰথম সপ্তাহৰ যিটো মঙলবাৰ পৰে, সেই মঙলবাৰ দিনটোতে আমি কাৰ্বিসকলে আমাৰ আৰাধ্য দেৱতা দেহালক আমি অসমৰ ভৈয়াম জিলাত বসবাস কৰা প্ৰতিখন কাৰ্বি গাঁৱত আমি এই দেহাল আৰ্ণৱক আজিৰ দিনটোত আমি পূজা অৰ্চনা কৰোঁ। আৰু আজিৰ দিনটোত পূজা অৰ্চনা কৰাৰ মূলতে হ'ল কি বিভিন্ন গাঁৱত কাৰ্বিৰ অধ্যুষিত এলেকাৰ বিভিন্ন অঞ্চলৰ বিভিন্ন গাঁৱত বিভিন্ন ধৰণকে পূজা পাতল কৰা হয়। যেনে কিছু গাঁৱত গাহৰি বলি দিয়ে, কিছু গাঁৱত ছাগলী বলি দিয়ে, কিছু গাঁৱত হাঁহ বলি দিয়ে, কিছু গাঁৱত পাৰ এৰি দিয়ে, কিছু
This
ঠাইত
is
মাহ
our
প্ৰসাদ
god,
কৰে
Dehal
আৰু কিছু
Arnav.
ঠাইত মানে
Today is Fagun month's
মুৰ্গী
first
অৰ্থাৎ
week's
চৰাই
first
বলি
Tuesday.
দিয়ে। আমি ইয়াত
In
মানে
every
অন্য
village,
গাহৰি বা অন্য
we
হাঁহ
Karbi
কুকুৰা
people
ইত্যাদি কথা হেৰি কৰি
worship
আমি
our
কুকুৰা
gods today.
চৰাই আমি বলি দিওঁ।
Different
দেহাল
villages
আৰ্ণৱৰ
follow
ওচৰত
different
আমি আমাৰ আৰাধ্য
rituals.
দেৱতাজনৰ ওচৰত
Some
আমি
sacrifice
এটা
goat,
আমি
some
কুকুৰা
sacrifice
চৰাই
pigs,
বলি দি
and
কি
so on.
আমাৰ
We
বছৰটো
have
যাতে ভালে কুশলে পাৰ
sacrificed
হয়,
hen
ভালে
today.
কুশলে আমি থাকিব পাৰোঁ সকলোৱে,
We pray to
তাৰে আমি
God
তেওঁৰ
that
ওচৰত
our
আমি
year
এটা
goes
আশীৰ্বাদ
well.
বিচাৰোঁ।
This
আৰু
is a
এইটোৱে হ'ল
harvest
আমাৰ পূজাটোৰ
festival,
মূল
and we pray for our agricultural
উপাদান এইটোৱে
produce to
নহয়,
be
আৰু বহুত
good.
আছে। কাৰণ
In
ঠাই
some
বিশেষে আমি
places,
পূজা
this
পাতলবিলাক বিভিন্ন
festival
ঠাইত
is
বিভিন্ন ধৰণকে
celebrated for 3 days.
পালন কৰা হয়।
We have
কাৰণ
been
কিছু ঠাইত
celebrating
আজি
this for the past
সন্ধিয়া
3
ভাগত
years.
গোসাঁই আনিব,
We have learned a lot
ৰাতিটো থাকিব,
by watching.
ৰাতিটো নাচ বাগ
Our
ফূৰ্তি ফাৰ্তা
main
কৰিব,
goal is to
ৰাতিপুৱা শুব
worship
নিশা
our God properly.
গোসাঁই আকৌ য'ৰ পৰা অনা হয় তাত থ'বগৈ, আৰু তাত থৈ ঘূৰি আহিহে ভোজ ভাত খাব। ভোজ ভাত খাই ৰাতাৰাতি ভিতৰত শেষ কৰি মানুহ ঘৰা ঘূৰি যায়। আৰু বিভিন্ন ঠাইত এদিনীয়া নহয় তিনিদিনীয়াও কৰে। কিন্তু আমি এতিয়া এইবাৰ আমাৰ তৃতীয় বৰ্ষপূৰ্তি, আমি আমাৰ এই অনুষ্ঠানটো আমি প্ৰতিষ্ঠা কৰা আজি এই বছৰটোৰ সৈতে আজিৰ দিনটোৰ সৈতে আমাৰ 3 বছৰ হৈছে। আৰু আজি আমাৰ তৃতীয় বৰ্ষপূৰ্তিত আমি বহু নিয়ম হয়তো আমি জানিব বাকী আছে দেহাল আৰ্ণৱৰ বিষয়ে, তথাপিও আমি চাই কিছুমান শিকিছোঁ। আৰু কেতিয়াবা আমি কাৰোবাৰ পৰা পৰামৰ্শলৈকে আমি এই দেহাল আৰ্ণৱক বা আমাৰ আৰাধ্য দেৱতাজনক আমি যেন ভাল ধৰণে পূজা পাতল কৰিব পাৰোঁ, সেইটোৱে আমাৰ এটা মনৰ কামনা আৰু বাসনা আছিল।
আৰু আপুনি এইটো যে শুনা পায় মায়ংগৰ বিষয়ত বাহিৰত
মায়ংটো ইতিহাস প্ৰসিদ্ধ এখন যাদুৰ দেশ। ইয়াত যোনেই যিমানে যি কথা নকওক, মায়ং যাদুৰ দেশ, যাদু হিচাপে
Mayong is a
বেছিকৈ
land of
পৰিচিত।
magic.
ইয়াক
No one can
কোনোদিনাখনে
deny
কোনেও
it. Magic
যোনেই
existed,
যেনেকৈ যি ভাষাৰে তাক
exists,
মানে ক'ব
and will
নাযাওক কিয়,
continue
এই
to
যাদুৰ
exist.
দেশখনৰ
New
গৰিমাক
healers have
কোনেও
succeeded
মুচিব
the
নোৱাৰে।
ancient healers,
যাদু
and these new
আছে,
healers are
আছিল,
protecting the
আছে
ancient
আৰু থাকিব।
magic.
আছে যাদু
Some
আছে, এতিয়াও আছে
influencers have
আৰু
come
থাকিব,
and
ভৱিষ্যতলৈকে
said
থাকিব।
incorrect facts about
কাৰণ এতিয়া
Mayong
যিসকল
and have tried to
বেজ
undermine
কৰি আছে
Mayong's
যাদু
history,
মন্ত্ৰৰ জৰিয়তে
but
কিছুমান
that
কাম
doesn't
কৰিছিল,
change anything.
তেওঁলোকৰ ঠাইত এতিয়া নতুন যাদু মন্ত্ৰৰ বা তন্ত্ৰ মন্ত্ৰ সাধক হিচাপে জন্ম কিছুমান লাভ কৰিছে। তেওঁলোকে সেই তন্ত্ৰ মন্ত্ৰবিলাক যাদুবিলাক তেওঁলোকে সংৰক্ষণ কৰি কি এতিয়া যাদু দেশৰ পৰিচয়টো তেওঁলোকে ৰাখিব যত্ন কৰি আছে। আন কোনোবা বাহিৰত থাকক, বাহিৰৰ পৰা কোনোবা ইউটিউবাৰ এজনে আহি মায়ঙৰ বিষয়ে বহুত কিবা কিবি কৈ থৈ গৈছে, তেওঁক যিয়ে নকওক যাদুৰ দেশ হিচাপে মায়ঙৰ নামটো ম্লান কৰিব নোৱাৰে। এইটো থাকিব, আছে আৰু ভৱিষ্যতেও থাকিব।
সেই যাদুটো কিন্তু মানে মানুহৰ বাবে হেল্প কৰিবৰ কাৰণেতো আছে কেতিয়াবা মানে
বহুত ধৰণৰ
ঔষধ
আছে।
দি আপোনাৰ সেইবোৰতো আপোনালোকে হিল
বহু
কৰিছে।
ধৰণৰ আছে। যাদু মানে হ'ল বেলেগ একো নাই, 33 কোটি দেৱ দেৱতাৰ নামত শপত কৰি কি কবিৰাজজনে মন্ত্ৰ পাঠ কৰে।
What is
বেলেগ একো
magic?
নহয়।
It
তন্ত্ৰ
involves invoking
যাদুটো
the
এটা
name
বেলেগ।
of gods
যাদুটো
and carrying out
কাৰোবাৰ ভেলকি বাজিও
certain
হওক, কাৰোবাৰ
rituals.
চকুত মানে
There is nothing else. You can
বেজজনে
use
বা
this to cure
যাদুকৰজনে
illness.
কাৰোবাৰ চকুত
This
ধূলি
is
দি কি
tantra and
বিভিন্ন
mantra,
ধৰণৰ
and it is
মন্ত্ৰত
related
কিছুমান
to
ভেলকি বাজি দেখা
sadhana,
পৰে, সেইটো
that is
যাদু।
discipline.
এইটো আমাৰ যাদু, এইটো হ'ল তন্ত্ৰমন্ত্ৰ। তন্ত্ৰমন্ত্ৰটো হ'ল এইটো চিৰসত্য, আৰু এই তন্ত্ৰমন্ত্ৰ বিশ্বাসতে আজিৰ তাৰিখত মায়ঙত এতিয়াও কিছুমান সংস্কৃতি আছে। বহাগৰ 4 তাৰিখৰ পৰা 7 তাৰিখলৈকে যিটো মায়ঙৰ পঞ্চগোসাঁই উলিওৱা যিটো পৰম্পৰাগত ৰজাৰ সহিতে গোটেই মায়ং অঞ্চলৰ যিটো উৎসৱমুখৰ পৰিৱেশ, সেইটো কোনেও ম্লান কৰিব নোৱাৰে।
আছে মানে আপোনাৰ যাদু
এতিয়াও আছে, ৰজা এতিয়াও আছে। যদিও ৰজাৰ শাসন নাই, ৰজা এতিয়াও আছে। যিহেতু এখন মায়ং ৰাজ্যৰ ৰজা, সেই ৰজাই যিখন শাসন কৰিছিল, ৰজাৰ শাসন নাথাকিব পাৰে, কিন্তু ৰজা এতিয়াও আছে।
সেই যাদুটো কিন্তু মানুহে ভয় কৰিব লাগে নে নালাগে?
ভয় কৰিব লাগে মানে যদি তাক
As to
অবিশ্বাসত লয়, কাৰণ
fear,
যাদু বা
it is all
তন্ত্ৰমন্ত্ৰটো হ'ল
about
বিশ্বাসৰ
belief.
ওপৰত।
If you come to a magician
তুমি
with the
মোৰ ওচৰলৈ
belief
আহিছা কিবা
that you want to
তন্ত্ৰমন্ত্ৰৰ
get rid
অকণমান
of some
মানে
family problems and
তোমাৰ
that the
পৰিয়ালৰ
magician's
কিছু
methods will
অসুবিধা দূৰ
work,
কৰিবৰ কাৰণে
then
তুমি
it
যদি
will
বিশ্বাসত লৈ
indeed
যদি
yield
কবিৰাজৰ
results.
ওচৰত তন্ত্ৰমন্ত্ৰ
Otherwise,
কিবা
not.
কৰি কি অলপমান
And a
তোমাৰ
random person
অসুবিধাবোৰ দূৰ
can't
কৰিব
achieve
আহিছে, সেইটো
these
বিশ্বাস থাকিব
results.
লাগিব। যদি
The
বিশ্বাস নাথাকে
magician
কোনো ফল
needs
নিদিয়ে।
to know the
নিদিয়ে,
names of all the gods and the
বিশ্বাসেই হ'ল
right
আদিমূল।
methods to achieve the
সেইকাৰণে মই কৈছোঁ
results.
অলপ আগতে তন্ত্ৰমন্ত্ৰটো হ'ল 33 কোটি দেৱতাক সাধনা কৰি বা 33 কোটি দেৱতাক নামাকৰণ কৰি কি সেই মন্ত্ৰ পাঠ কৰে কবিৰাজে। ইয়াত বেলেগ শব্দ একো নাথাকে,
একো নাই।
এইটো নিজস্ব ভাষা একো নাই তাত। 33 কোটি দেৱতাৰ নাম জানিব লাগিব সেই কবিৰাজজনে। সেই 33 কোটি দেৱতাৰ নামাকৰণত কিছুমান শপত বাক্য থাকিব, কোনটো বেমাৰত বা কোনটো কিহত কেনেকৈ খাটে তেওঁলোকে সেইমতে কৰে আৰু কৰি আছে আৰু কৰিও থাকিব ভৱিষ্যতে।
কৰি থাকিব।
যাদু বা তন্ত্ৰমন্ত্ৰ মায়াঙত ম্লান কৰিব নোৱাৰে। যোনে যিয়ে নকওক, কোনোবা ইউটিউবাৰ হওক, কোনোবা অন্য যিমানে যিয়ে নহওক, আৰু কোনেও ম্লান কৰিব নোৱাৰে। এই গৰিমা যেনেকৈ আছে আৰু ভৱিষ্যতে তেনেকৈ থাকিব।
কেতিয়াবা এদিন মানুহে ভাবে যে আমি ক'ৰবাত গ'লে কিবা খালে আমাৰ কিবা হৈ যাব, ঘৰটো কিবা হৈ যাব, সেইটো আমি ভাবিব পাৰে, যোনে ভাবে আৰু।
আছে, তেনেকুৱাও আছে। কাৰণ যিহেতু বাঘ ধৰিছিলে বা মানুহক বাঘ সজাইছিল, তেনেকুৱা মন্ত্ৰ আছিল,
হয় নেকি?
কৰিছিল।
কৰিছিলে।
There are
তেনেধৰণৰ
instances of
কবিৰাজ
evil
এতিয়াও আছে
examples.
চাগে,
Once someone was
হয়তো
caught by
আমি
a tiger.
এতিয়ালৈকে
There
দৃষ্টিগোচৰ
is a
আমাৰ
mantra
হোৱা
that
নাই।
transforms a
কাৰণ মন্ত্ৰ
person into
সাধনাটো
a
বেলেগ
tiger.
বস্তুটো।
But it is
মন্ত্ৰ
not
সাধনাটো
easy to
মন্ত্ৰটো জীয়াই ৰাখিব
execute
লগা
these
হ'লে, তেওঁ নিজৰ
mantras.
হাতত ৰাখিব লগা হ'লে
It requires a
সাধনাৰ
lot
প্ৰয়োজন।
of discipline.
সাধনাটো যদি তেওঁৰ
Those
নাথাকে,
who have
মন্ত্ৰটো তেওঁ
done the
ৰাখিবও নোৱাৰিব।
sadhana are capable of doing this superior
এজন
magic.
মানুহক বা এটা ভেড়াক
But there are
বাঘ
not
বনাব লগা
many
হ'লে,
such
ভেড়া
people
ছাগলী বাঘ
around
বনাব লগা
anymore.
হ'লে সি কিমান সাধনা কৰিব
All
লাগিব।
that magic depends on
প্ৰকৃতিকাত এখন
personal
ক্ৰীড়া লগাব
discipline
লগা হ'লে কিমান
and
সাধনাৰ
belief.
প্ৰয়োজন।
That is the sadhana.
সাধনাখিনিতো আজিৰ
There is
তাৰিখত
nothing
মানুহৰ যিমান
else.
আছে, গতিকে যাৰ সাধনা আছিল তেওঁৰ হাতত নিশ্চয় তেনেধৰণৰ মন্ত্ৰ আছে, তেওঁ নিশ্চয় কৰিব পাৰে বা কৰিছে বা কৰি থাকিব পাৰিব ভৱিষ্যতে। সাধনাৰ অবিহনে বেলেগ একো নাই, সাধনাৰ ওপৰতে গোটেই বিশ্বাস থাকিব।
After thanking the members for their hospitality, I set out to visit the Mayong Museum.
বহি দেখিলে তুমি গম পাবা যে বাপৰে বাপৰ নাই নকৰিবি, বেয়া নাপাব। কিতাপ চিতাপ আছে নেকি? শচীন্দ্ৰনাথ বেজ, তেওঁ তন্ত্ৰ পুথি চাই আছে। আৰু এজন আছে আমাৰ বৰ্তমান তিলক হাজৰিকা ছাৰ, তেওঁ মানে টিচাৰ আছিলে, ৰিটায়াৰ হৈছে। তেওঁ স্নেক বাইট, মানে সাপে কামুৰিলে, কুকুৰে কামুৰিলে মন্ত্ৰৰ দ্বাৰাই তেওঁ ভাল কৰিব পাৰে, এতিয়াও চলি থাকে। মানে এইবিলাক আচলতে আমাৰ গাঁৱৰে তন্ত্ৰ যিসকলে কৰে।
A Google search of Mayong brings up the words black magic, witches, magic, and sorcery. In popular culture, these terms refer to the use of supernatural powers for evil or selfish purposes. That is not what I saw in Mayong. Magic or jadoo practiced in Mayong comprises of tantra, that is sacred rituals, mantra or sacred chants, and yantra, that is sacred geometry, the prime purpose of which is to help the community. This includes techniques to cure illness such as throat pain, snake bite, dog bite, stomach pain. The witches of Mayong seem to be old ladies whose photographs have been put up in the museum. These ladies cure ailments. Mayong's jadoo also includes techniques to catch thieves or locate stolen goods, amongst many others. I was told that all the jadoo is detailed in manuscripts.
পাখি মানে
Today, there is dearth of people who can read these manuscripts. It is not denied that the magical techniques could be used to cause harm, such as causing disturbance in the lives of
এইবোৰ চব
others,
পুথিত লিখা আছে।
bringing about misfortune. But I was told that this practice
মানুহে
is
নাই।
discouraged. As I was exploring the museum, my guide received a call from a household in Guwahati requesting an intervention to drive away ghosts. It is not uncommon for people to visit magic practitioners to end possession or drive away evil spirits. A lot of it is a matter of belief, and a lot of it requires scientific vetting. My guide's relative's photo is in the museum, and apparently his superpower was that he could make himself invisible. The streets of Mayong look normal. The prime source of income of the village is agriculture, and the prime crop is paddy. I had the chance to interact with a few college students who said that whilst they believe in magic, they haven't seen anything in the village. I found the locals willing and open to discuss the stereotypes about Mayong, but they take offense at the suggestion of Mayong's identity being devoid of magic. They are ready to embrace both the good and the bad of the magic that is practiced and has been practiced in Mayong. For them, Mayong's magic is something that needs protection and promotion. It is a symbol of immense pride.
One thing I've always felt is that whenever we talk about something, we tend to give it a very two dimensional or like one dimensional view. Whereas when we look at different sides of a certain place, of a different community, we understand different aspects of why some things may have developed in some places. And one of the bigger question is, why did witchcraft develop in the first place? And this is a thing that's common throughout I think a lot of communities. Why is it that some communities still put a lot of bet on natural practices and on natural healing methods? And this is not just a tribe thing. Like in India, we have a whole medical stream dedicated to this practice, which is the Ayurveda. And not just Ayurveda, we also have the homeopathic. Homeopathy also believes in utilizing your body's natural immune system to cure ailments or to protect yourself from ailments. And I have somewhere I think there, before we go on to label everything as this voodoo or witchcraft, it's important to do a scientific cross section of communities and why is it that certain practices developed, or why is it that some people still believe in keeping these practices, or why is it that these practices work. Once we do that, it'll be important, it will be it'll help us understand these communities better and broaden our horizon as to why certain techniques are practiced and why did they originate. And again, here I think we have to be very careful, because I don't think the people really want the world to think that the Mayong is not supernaturally blessed. I think they do want people to believe that Mayong is supernaturally blessed, but not in a way that's harmful for the people, but in a way that's actually empowering for the people, and in a way that's actually meant to save and develop the community. So that's been the biggest learning point for me when I step out of Mayong. Another point that struck me was I didn't find anything super local about Mayong. There were food products, but not like the Sual Fuchi silk, unless I missed something, but I don't think I did. So there is more to Mayong than its magical history, and there is more that probably can be done in Mayong to make sure that its pride of magic is being used in the right way, not in the way of evil witchcraft, but in the way of perhaps developing it as a community development hotspot and seeing what natural practices and what healing practices is it that people here actually follow. And if there is actual potential in those healing practices to do something phenomenal, then should we be advertising those practices, or should we be trying to understand those practices more and talking about those practices and bringing those practices to life. So the question, and that practice, what is the identity of Mayong? If it is if it is magic or jadoo, what kind of magic it is? Is it just it's is it just the magic of showing hat tricks? which actually it's not? Or is it a magic that causes harm to people? Or is it something more than that? And I think that is where I'm going to leave my journey in Mayong. That Mayong has the magical history of Mayong has many layers, and to truly find the voice of Mayong and to truly make a scientific analysis of what is it that Mayong stands for, we need to break the magic tricks of Mayong down and understand truly what each trick promises, where it leads to, what is it that we can adopt with pride as a community, that we can stand by, the practices that we can stand by, and what are the practices that we do not want to encourage, and we no longer think that these are practices that we want to take place, and these are the kind of practices that will receive a community support. Well, it's evening time, and technically I should be scared that witches might follow me, but having seen Mayong, I'm quite sure that there are no witches. So I'm going to relax and I'm just going to make my way to my final destination of this episode. I'm at my final destination for this episode, and this is India's first chip assembly unit, which is being installed by Tata Electronics, and this is being done in Moregaon district of Assam. In fact, the facility is just behind me. I'm not able to enter the facility at this moment, and I'm actually standing under a bridge because of all the various trucks that are passing through the bridge, because the construction is still on. And this is a project that the government is really banking on. The one factor that the government is really banking on, not just the government actually, I think even Tata Enterprises is really banking on, is speed, because everything about this project is going to be fast. Now, Tata has invested 27,000 crores to put up this assembly unit, and once this assembly unit starts functioning, Assam will be the place that will be handing out to the world the first made in India chips, which will go into telecommunications sector and automobile sector, and that is definitely a matter of pride for the Moregaon district. What is also a matter of pride for the Moregaon district is that this is a greenfield facility, and is apparently on paper, the plan is to tap into the green power resources that are available around the project. Apart from that, there is also a promise made to hire local people, people from Assam, in the industrial park. Well, that is a good thing, because this means the project is partnering with a lot of local institutions and training them up so that they can work in the plant. What is the thing to watch out for? The big thing to watch out for is the project going to get completed on time? And I'm sure not just Assam, but the world will be watching, because this is a magnanimous promise that has been made. Yeah, so this is just a part of the bigger Tata chip cycle, which has already put its flags in Karnataka, and also now the setup of chip foundries in Gujarat. So that remains interesting. What will also remain interesting is the development of the industrial city as a result of the Moregaon plant, because the plan is to create a city that can accommodate up to 40,000 employees, which means creating the infrastructure that is needed to support the new population that will come and work in this plant. It definitely is an opportunity to increase tourism in the district. One of the key sites, tourist places, is the Povithura Wildlife Sanctuary, which is located very close to the Mayong village, which we've just spoken about. And the question is, how is the semiconductor plant going to influence tourism in those industries? Is it going to be influenced by it, or is it going to influence it? My understanding is that this is actually going to influence the tourism that exists in different parts of the state, because of this district, because it's not that all these places are as well known as they should be.
But if people are now talking about where is India's first semiconductor assembly unit, they will find a chip assembly unit, they will know that it's in Assam, and I'm sure that's going to lead to a lot of people. It boosts the tourism. The other important development to watch out in Moregaon is the allotment of 569 bighas of land under the Moregaon revenue circle for industrial development, and that also means industrial development in a way that harnesses the clean energy potential of the state and of the district. Now the question of course is going to be where exactly these land what is going to be the exact utilization of this land, and how exactly is the funds going to be used, and also when the land has been allocated, what is the interaction going to be with the locals. The plan is to establish a sort of mega industrial park, which is a great step in principle. But again, the question is going to be, is that going to be impacted by the dynamics of the demographics of the Moregaon district, or is it going to influence Moregaon, and how is that influence going to work out? So that certainly remains a point that that we should be watching out for, and that should be inquiring more about. And that was my tryst with Mayong of